this show is clean, pretty much.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 794. Wow, just 6 away from 800. Hello, it's Mike Matthews, broadcasting from the last place on Earth, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, California. Today we hear from an awesome Los Angeles band in the segment Into an Interview. Get ready for Salt Pedal. Plus, we'll hear from Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, and John Deere the Engineer. And how expensive can drugs be, or a drug be? You'll be shocked. Mike's Daily Podcast. When we find out about that. And I think on the last podcast we talked Mike's Daily Podcast about how Madame Rutabaga admitted to enjoying being kissed on the neck by the Brewmaster. And a lot of us listening were like, what the heck? What kind of podcast is this? This is strange. How bizarre. Don't you love these people in your life? I don't know who you are, but maybe you know someone and they look marvelous. Mike's Daily Podcast. No, I call them ForgetMeLots because they forget stuff all the time and it always ends up being an inconvenience to you. Podcast. By the way, I love the Bare Naked Ladies. Yeah! I've been listening to their Christmas album from a couple years ago, and I don't think they're together anymore, are they? I don't follow those Canadian bands that closely. But look who just walked in! It's this person right here. Look at this. Say your name. Oh my God, this is Chely Shoehart, the gift shop supervisor. Don't tell me what to do. Wow, you're really slushy today with your retainer. I know! I hate it this time of year. My retainer really bothers me. Can't you get Invisalign or something? You don't have to use a retainer anymore? Mike Matthews, don't tell me what to do. All right. Yeah, but there's this... I just don't get forget-me-lots. There are people... They're so self-absorbed that they constantly let you down. There are a couple people in my life that are always forgetting things. One of them... Well... He's really not in my life much anymore. Oh, look who just walked in. This person's in my life. Because they're right here in the last place on Earth. Oh, Mike, this is Floyd the Floorman. And this is John Deere the Engineer. Mike, we're not forget-me-lots. We always remember to come here. Sadly. Yes, you always do. I'm always so glad that you show up here at the last place on Earth. No, my ex-father-in-law, he was supposed to put together the wedding video. And, well, yeah, that marriage is done now. So that was like, and he never did it. So I guess he's off the hook now. Mike, that's a sad story. Yes, Mike, I wish you didn't tell that. You wish I didn't tell that story? No, because I'm really sad. Sorry, John Deere. Yeah, well, I've had enough of forget-me-lots. I've had to deal with them at work. I dealt with them in radio here and in radio in Alabama. Oh, Alabama was terrible. I had to deal with, I don't know. I'm in my 40s now. 20 years ago, was I this forgetful? I know I forgot some stuff, but it seems like the millennials can't freaking remember anything. What is the deal? They're always forgetting things. The young guy that lives here, he's going to be moving out next week. So, hey, there's a room for rent here at the last place on Earth if you need a room to rent in Podcastro Valley, California. But he constantly he leaves the stove top on all the time. And he forgets other things I tell him to do. So I don't know if it's the younger generation. What the heck? What? Maybe they got so much on their mind and the hormones are popping. They just can't store information, not enough memory space. I'm using it for everything. And then you get to my age and you become Homer Simpson. And you can't remember anything. Because you use your brain for important information. Like donuts. Let's hear for donuts. Yeah, Madame Rutabaga getting kissed on the neck by the Brewmaster. It was a steamy podcast, last podcast. This one, not so steamy, but informative. Did you know Amgen released information today, this according to Reuters, that its new type of treatment for a deadly form of leukemia would cost about $178,000. It's going to become available tomorrow. It's going to make it one of the world's most expensive cancer drugs. company spokeswoman Danielle Bertrand, I don't know, with all that money, maybe she could get a normal last name. She said the price for the infused medicine called Blincyto would reflect 2 courses of treatment at $89,000 per cycle. Wow. Well, she says, we believe the price reflects the significant clinical, economic, and humanistic value of the product to patients and the healthcare system for an ultra-orphan population with a dramatic impact on serious illness. That's what she said. So pick apart what she said there at your leisure. The initial approval is for patients whose cancer has returned after treatment or did not respond to previous treatment, such as stem cell transplant or chemotherapy. In a clinical trial used for the approval decision, 32% of patients achieved complete remission for nearly 7 months after receiving the drug via infusion for 4 weeks. Do you think it's worth it? Do you think that much money makes sense? Amgen, people from Amgen used to call me up all the time when I worked in Thousand Oaks. I worked at this tiny little radio station called KNJO, and I'd do the overnight, and I'd get calls from them at 2:30 in the morning. And these people working there would be like, "Can you play Whitney Houston?" Because she was all the rage. Yeah, so these people that worked at Amgen are probably all billionaires by now. The people that were calling me on the overnight. And there I was working at a stupid radio station for below minimum wage. But what do you think about all of this? Email me, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. I read your comments on the section emails from email. In fact, I did get an email recently.
Email for email.
Got an email from Joe Markert, the lead singer of the band Cure for Gravity. They sounded a little something like this. They rock! In fact, Joe told me that I rock in the email, and he said, Mike, would you be willing to pimp our Kickstarter on your blog or show? That, by the way, was a little bit of them playing live when I went to see them at their performance space. And Joe says, yeah, can you pimp our Kickstarter or blog on your show? We're down to the final 7 days. Actually, this was yesterday. So, oh my. Yeah, so they don't have much time left, and they are trying to reach their goal. And they're not quite there yet. So if you want to help out, I do have a link at my website, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Go there, and there is a link to it. You will see it for their Kickstarter campaign. And help out this great East Bay band. They are so good. They're going to go places, and they need a little money for their tour that they're going to be doing and to finish up their album. So that is there at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Also at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com is links to where to find us on iTunes, and you can comment on the show and rate the show there. And if you do that, that helps us out. Another great way to help us out is to like the Facebook page, facebook.com/MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST. And when I post a new show on my timeline there, share it with your friends on your timeline, and more people find out about us. Isn't that an amazing thing? There's also links to where to find us on YouTube, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spreaker, Mixcloud, Podomatic, Gilp, Tumblr, Twitter, all there at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. And the link to Amazon, if you go to that and buy something in time for Christmas, you might still have some time to get what it is you wanted to get through Amazon for that loved one. If you purchase it through the link there at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com, we get a little bit of support from that too. All there at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com, as well as all my past interviews, blogs, and podcast pictures.
Into an interview.
Hello?
Hello, is this Autumn?
Yes. Hi, is this Mike?
It's Mike from Mike's Daily Podcast.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing really well.
I forgot how you have to, the proper protocol of saying hello and, that kind of thing. So I meant to say to you, buenas noches.
Oh, buenas noches.
Because it is nighttime as we are talking at this moment, so.
It is nighttime, yes.
But it's Autumn, the voice and accordion player and keyboard player for the group Salt Pedal.
Yeah.
How was your day?
That's me.
That's you. How was your day today, Autumn?
It's been good. It's We're excited that it's a bit cooler today because it's kind of weirdly hot in LA these days, but now it's been nice and kind of wintry.
How long have you been in Los Angeles?
Oh, over a decade now. I can't remember how long exactly. I've been back and forth, different places, but mostly here for.
Where did you come from originally, Autumn Harrison?
I grew up in the Bay Area, and
that's where I am right now.
Oh, awesome!
Did you say
Where
Berkeley?
are you? What part?
Castro Valley, south of Oakland.
Yes, very cool.
And
we
you
drive through there when we go up to visit my family. We drive through the East Bay, yeah, because we take 5 and 580.
580. It's wonderful. Castro Valley's right there on 580, and it rained just so hard just like an hour ago. It was just coming down, and I felt bad because there was like a local Jewish community center that was doing an outside Hanukkah celebration.
Oh.
And it was going to involve fire somehow, like they were going to use pyrotechnics and stuff, but I don't know what happened, but I don't think they could have done it because it was outside and the rain was pouring down. No fire.
That's such a hard combination, fire and rain.
And wait, that's a James Taylor song. No, that's Fire and Fire. Yeah, that is. Right. Do you guys do that song in your set?
No.
Oh, wow, that was Autumn's rendition of James Taylor.
I never thought that I'd see you again.
and how did you like Berkeley growing up?
Oh, we love Berkeley. I didn't grow up in Berkeley though, but spent time in different parts of the Bay Area, of course. But actually lived in San Rafael.
Oh yeah.
For a lot of my childhood, I was in San Francisco first, and then in elementary school we moved to San Rafael.
Wow, you've been all around the Bay. You've been the East, you've been San Francisco, you've been up to the Marin County area. Wow.
Yeah. And then my parents lived in Santa Cruz for a while, so they were not that's not Bay Area, but down the coast a bit. And I've grandparents from there, so lots
awesome.
of roots in that area.
So what got you into music?
I've always been musical. I've always loved singing and did some musical theater when I was young, and played piano. But then I focused on visual arts for a long time in school, and did sculpture and painting. And then when I met my husband, Rodrigo, we started trying to kind of write songs together, and I got back into singing.
Rodrigo Gonzalez.
Yes.
And
sitting over here.
Oh, hello, Rodrigo. I'm waving.
He can't hear you, but I'll wave to him and tell him you're waving.
Oh, okay.
He's waving back. I can put it on speaker, but I didn't know that sometimes that doesn't sound very good, so I didn't know if that was a good option.
Yeah,
I can pass this one to him, though.
The speakerphone can, you sometimes get a delay. But, where did he get his start? How did he get into music?
I can tell you, or I can have him tell you, whatever you'd prefer.
Let me flip a coin.
Okay.
It says tails, which means we'll talk to Rodrigo.
Okay. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, come back. Yeah, we'll come back to you in a moment.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks, Autumn.
Hello.
Rodrigo!
Hey, what's up, man?
¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien.
Excellent. Tay. And Rodrigo, I wanted to ask you how you got your start in music. What got you into playing music, playing the guitar?
Actually, I started playing guitar. I was around 15 years old.
Wow.
I always liked music since I was a child. I mean, I was a music lover, rock music. And then my dad, first I wanted to be a drummer. But my dad said, you know what, it's too loud, so I'm going to buy a guitar for you. Yeah. Even though, I used to live in a house, so